Alrighty. It looks like it's gonna be time for part 6 of Triangle Strategy. There we go. Alright, looks like we have a character story, so let's see what that's about. It might be because I leveled up for a little bit offline.
Hey, what's a child like you doing in such a lonely place?
I have nowhere else to go.
Where are your parents?
They died years ago.
My lord.
My name is Serenoa. What's yours?
Picoletta.
Picoletta. You throw that ball with such skill.
Because it's my job. When I throw this ball, everyone applauds. Well, they used to. But the circus is gone now, so I'm all on my own. What are you doing here, mister?
We are trying to put an end to this war.
I hate war. War made everyone go away. You're really gonna end the war? Then let me go with you. I can throw my ball and help you fight the bad people. Oops. There goes my tummy grumbling again.
My lord, we cannot simply leave this poor child here.
I know. All right then, Picoletta. Come with us. But before we go fight the bad people, let us fill our bellies. After that, perhaps you could show us some tricks with your ball.
Sure thing. That's what I'm best at.
That seems kind of cool. I don't think there's any other story bits. So, let's see what happens here. Probably some murder. Murder is murdering.
So, you have accepted the embrace of your enemy while the blood of the king is still warm upon their hands.
All I do for my house.
And was it for your house that you betrayed the prince you called a friend? I must admire your lack of scruples. We are not so dissimilar, you and I. It is for the glory of my own house that I must divest you of your own.
You talk too much, Sorsley. Pretty words cannot hide that ravenous glint in your eyes.
Ah! Esfroststad is in no position to lecture me on greed. All that matters is victory. Save your moralizing for the histories.
Then you are bent on seeing this war continue, I take it.
Stand back, Your Excellency. These worms are not worthy to face you. Allow me this pitiable task.
Your loyalty is duly noted, Booker. I expect a grand display.
Lord Serenoa, on the battlefield, justice is decided by strength of arms. Naught else matters.
My sword shall expel these intruders from our land and protect House Wolfort's honor.
Very good.
Troops, advance! Lord Serenoa, we shall form the vanguard!
Understood.
Capture the Wolf Fort domain, and the future of our house shall be steeped in glory. All troops, advance!
Today, we show Esfrost and Hyzant that we will suffer no invaders in our home.
Allow me.
Your orders? Supper. You won't escape.
Flee while you have the chance.
What? Ah!
Come on, then.
What are the auxiliary troops doing? Board the boat and cut through their flanks. General Avlora, your strength is legendary, even in Hyzant. However, every legend must meet its end in time. Well now. For my lord.
From where shall we strike? Wait your turn!
What?
I see a path to victory. I have your back.
Splendid! Maybe next
For the
time.
greater good. Time for some sorcery. Win! Too obvious.
It's time. This is my way of doing things. I'll take it from here. We can do
Watch
this.
me work.
I'll bring this to a close.
Comes to this.
First things first.
My turn.
My turn.
For my lord. Minister Sorsley is watching us. Do not disgust him with failure. Sir, we'll drive these curb back to their hovels. Bask in your finance. Every defense, no true pain.
Now it's my turn. The wounded should fall back. I shall move to the vanguard.
Take that!
Close! From where shall we strike? Now that hit the mark.
I shall try my level best. Stay composed.
Splendid.
You came, you missed.
I hope you're watching, Grandfather. Win! I did it!
Flee while you have the chance. You'll be nothing but a
Whatever
blood
it
stain
takes.
upon my blade. This will hurt.
This is far from over. It's time. This is my way of doing things.
Time to work. You won't escape.
For my lord. Now submit! Maybe next
Now
time.
it's my turn. Here goes! Out! You left yourself open. Flee while you have the chance. Have a go.
Allow me! The situation is grim.
Over here!
No. How could I bear to face Minister Sorsley after this? Maybe next time.
Time for some sorcery. The fruits of my studies!
I shall try my level best.
I need a healer. over.
I'll take it from here.
It's time. Aim steady.
Face me if you dare. I do not meet survivors.
Too obvious.
That certainly worked.
I must tread carefully. This'll hurt.
That certainly worked.
Carefully.
I'll take it from here.
This is far from over.
Let us pry out their weakness.
You left yourself open.
This is bad. Ready to see a spell. Grandfather.
My turn. If I must destroy myself, so be it.
It's time. You're finished! Yeah!
You may need to heal. Yeah! For the people!
Too slow.
The situation is grim.
Face me if you dare. Now!
I shall try my level best. That's
Allow me.
work for the future of House Wolfforce.
Time to take action.
I must remain calm.
Tides are turning.
Yeah! I really feel like I've grown.
Where shall we strike? Death from above!
Pardon me!
Those with hearts unclouded by doubt will see the path to victory laid bare. Those with friends by their side will reach their destination all the faster.
You may need to heal.
Flee while you have the surrender!
Strike while the iron's hot.
This is far from over.
Victory is assured.
Let us pry out their weakness. There is always a way.
For the honor of House Wolford.
I'll give it my best.
This is my chance. I will crush you.
I'll help you.
You may need to heal.
I still have so much left to do.
Face me if you dare. I do not need survivors.
Defeat is not an option. Death from above!
Booker, you incompetent weakling! How could you be defeated by this rabble?
Your Excellency, I have failed you.
It is ended. Our home is safe.
How will history remember this day, Sorsley? I think it will remember it as your last.
Wait!
What are those flames?
That smoke, those explosions, they come from Castle Wolford.
Byzantine reinforcements.
Exham! What in the blazes are you doing here?
I am here to declare myself the victor. My thanks for the diversion, Minister Sorsley.
What? You snake!
Is that any way to speak to the hero who won the day? Castle Wolford has fallen by my hand.
He speaks true. The flames have been lit.
They signal our defeat. Only a trusted few know to light them.
No!
Then the battle is ended. It would be folly to shed blood further.
Defeat is not an easy draft to swallow, but a good general knows when to retreat. For that, she has my respect. And what of you, Lord Wolford? Her father and subjects are as of yet unharmed.
I yield. I shall give the order to lay down our arms.
Three armies clash, their battle cries ringing across blood-soaked fields. When the chaos subsides, the gallant figure of Exum Marshal stands victorious. General Avlora sees the tide turning against her and retreats before it swallows her whole. The bitter taste of defeat is unfamiliar to her tongue.
Don't think that seat's meant for you, friend. Lord of the house only.
Ah, but who is lord over a fallen castle? By rights, it should belong to its conquerors. From my perspective, it is clear who that is.
Those purple flames. So that was the full measure of Hyzant's new weapon.
Beautiful, no? Courtesy of our capable researchers at the Ministry. I'm afraid it's still a work in progress, but I hope you found our initial display compelling. If not, I'm sure my men could be persuaded to give another.
There is no need for that. I will not see my people suffer further.
I'm glad we've reached an accord. Leave us.
Yes, my lord.
What is the meaning of this?
It is all too easy to make enemies when one is young and talented. And so every so often I must put on a display like this. Anyhow, I've come to speak with you, Lord Serenoa. Once I've said my piece, we shall leave.
What could I possibly gain from hearing you out?
There are parasites within Hyzant that grow fat on the goddess's blessing at the expense of those who deserve it. I would ask for your aid in purging the sickness from our beloved nation.
I'm listening. Go on.
Before boring you with details, allow me to give you this.
What is it?
The latest medicine developed at our ministry.
And why would we need anything your alchemists brew up? Lord Simon will be back on his feet in no time.
Ah, so the rumors are true then.
Curses! Hyzantian trickery!
The draft is efficacious, you can be sure. His heart will beat as steadily as it did in youth.
Thank you.
Pray, save your gratitude until after you've heard the favor I ask in return.
You would propose a deal.
I would. You are familiar with Minister Sorsley End. As head of his house, and one of the Saintly Seven, long has he overseen the distribution of salt. Which would be all well and good, were he not profiting personally by abusing his station. He peddles salt outside the purview of the consortium.
But how is that possible?
A man of his influence has his means, no doubt. The consortium is not well liked by all, 'tis true, but they have done more good than harm in ensuring that each nation is given fair treatment in matters of trade. If these claims against Minister Sorsley are true, he would be in direct violation of the Accords.
Precisely so, and in his violation he would leave an indelible stain on our nation's reputation.
The source is vast, and not even a legion of guards could hope to have eyes on every inch of it.
Of course, we must bear some of the responsibility for Minister Sorsley's misdeeds. However, the fact that Esfrost is implicated in these dealings makes the matter somewhat more delicate.
I have heard rumors. It seems they were true.
And you understand that his greed touches the lives of people even outside our nation's borders. Which brings us to my request.
What would you have us do?
I would see Minister Sorsley relieved of his position.
And his life, I take it?
A man after my own heart. Speaking of which, I pray your Lord Father sees a quick recovery. Now, I shall return the castle to your safekeeping.
That's quite generous of you.
I've already made quite the request of you. To impose any more would be unseemly.
I take it this request isn't one we can refuse.
You're quite perceptive. I like that. Well then, I shall take my leave. May our next meeting bring good tidings.
Woo, these story fights are getting pretty difficult. Ah, 3 points away from that. I guess I can promote someone. I think it makes most sense to promote him.
Never stop learning.
Nothing interesting in the accessories. It could be kind of interesting to use that item girl, because then she could fling this stuff around now that the money is easier to get. We'll see what I do with that later though. Oh, okay, because of the spider silk. Probably makes sense to increase his power first. Look, let's just make his weapon stronger. I don't feel like wasting any resources on those two. No new mock battles.
Do you require assistance, Your Excellency?
I require silence. Can't you see I'm thinking here?
Exham's meddling is unfortunate. He hid his investigations well. He may have already poisoned the Holy One against us. We must take action, and soon. If our dealings were to come to light, it would have grave implications.
Do you understand the meaning of silence? If you insist on pestering me so, then tell me what you would do.
I would do whatever Your Excellency commands.
He is commanding you to find him a way out of this mess. Have you no ideas for me?
I fear not, Your Excellency.
Useless! Would you see me dead then? We can't let the Wolforts fall into Exham's clutches. They are too valuable. I must find a way to make them see the upside of being in my good graces.
Brother! There you are!
Cordelia!
Shh! You have to run, now!
Come out, Your Highness.
Not so loud. Anyone finds out about this, it'll be our heads on pikes.
I'm sorry. This is all my fault.
Nonsense. You're more courageous than you know. It's time for us to go. Cordelia?
I'm staying here.
What? Why? After all this?
That is all the more reason for me to stay. I will avenge our family. I will find out what Esfrost's schemes are. And when the time is right, I shall bring them down.
You intend to wed the Archduke, then?
Yes.
I will come for you, sister. This I swear. Until I do, take care of yourself, will you?
It seems Hyzant has withdrawn from the Wolford domain. And left the Wolfords with their independence? How very uncharacteristic of them. Doubtless they mean to use the Wolfords against us. The illusion of freedom will make them more pliable to an entreaty from their saviors. So not only has House Wolford defied us, but the Holy State stands with them.
I suppose even zealots can be coaxed from their pulpits. General Avlora reported the use of a weapon which caused an explosion of purple smoke throughout the battlefield.
Yes, not but bluster and fury for now. But who knows what may become of it in time. The situation has become vexing.
The failure was mine, Your Grace.
Failure does not become you, Avlora. You know what I expect. May you never utter those words in my presence again.
Yes, Your Grace.
Have you news of the prince's whereabouts, Thais?
I'm afraid not. Information seems to have slowed down to a trickle. But worry not, brother. The sizable bounty I put on his head should motivate the more industrious of our subjects to action.
We cannot let him live. Find him at all costs.
My lord, the prince has returned.
What? Is he hurt?
Slightly the worse for wear, but he appears hale, my lord.
feared we wouldn't see the day.
Serenoa, will you welcome an old friend back into your home?
With pleasure.
Anna, does anyone else know of Prince Roland's whereabouts?
No, of that I made sure. Only those present here know where he is.
Very good. Let no one else approach these chambers.
Gustav plans to wed my sister. He will proclaim his intent soon.
Cordelia? But why would he do that?
To secure his stranglehold on Glenbrook.
So, the throne was his goal all along. In that case, why murder his own king?
That bastard. Schemes upon schemes.
Cordelia seems to have accepted her fate, but I refuse to. I need to stop this wedding. And I need your help. We must put an end to Esfroth's machinations once and for all. Together. Can I count on you?
My prince, as your friend, I must be frank. We find ourselves in a delicate situation. A single rash move could mean the loss of our home.
For now, we must let Hyzant and Esfrost think our loyalty can be won by force or intimidation.
And to that end, we have a bargain with Hyzant to fulfill. That must come first before all.
I see. Of course, I cannot blame you. You have subjects to keep safe after all. I apologize for imposing. I shall leave this place. Only tragedy will come if I stay.
My prince, if I may. Considering recent events, there may be no safe haven for you in all of Norzelia. However, I have a proposition.
Speak plainly, Benedict. What is it?
Give me your royal signet. Apologies, but I will not be able to return it.
My signet! The last proof of my lineage. But why?
So you may die, my prince.
Don't you have anything to say? I freed my brother.
We are to be wed. I must learn to forgive such rash impulses as you are prone to have.
I spit on your forgiveness. I'll never return your hollow gestures.
As you wish. Your brother has nowhere to run in any case. However, House Wolford is a nuisance. A nuisance I cannot expunge without earning Hyzant's ire. But it would seem that no longer matters. My hour has arrived. Mine. The time has come to carve my mark into Norzelia.
Hey, boss! Come take a look at this!
The
Poor soul. Or maybe not so poor, judging by these clothes.
Hey, Pa! Remember what I said about that reward money?
Of course I do. This might just be him.
Pa, take a look at this!
Shiny ring, huh? Is that, the royal emblem? This has got to be Prince Roland!
The corpse is regrettably too damaged to identify, but the royal signet is unmistakable. Aside from Cordelia, there is only one who would wear the royal family's ring. There can be no doubt, this is Prince Roland.
Excuse me, Your Grace, but about that reward.
Thalus, give them their coin.
Yes, brother.
Thank you kindly for your generosity, Your Grace.
What a waste. Is this truly how the kingdom of Glenbrook meets its end?
House Wolford are no fools. Their friend was only a liability. They have spared themselves by forsaking the prince. They may have escaped, but there are none who would help them. There is no reason for us to concern ourselves with House Wolford any longer.
A shame.
Your poor brother, betrayed by his most trusted friend.
Oh, Roland.
And so, matters with the Wolfords were settled, as peaceably as could be expected. I trust they shall flourish with your support, Minister Sorsley.
Your story leaves me with one question, Exam. Was it not your forces who took Castle Wolford? Yet you leave them with their freedom.
One so accustomed to the intrigues of politics surely sees the reason why. Their true enemies are less frosty. And the Hierophant would know the true reasons behind Esfrost's recent machinations. In this endeavor, a free ally would suit us better than a beaten subject.
I see. While kept on a short leash, they can be useful guard dogs. But that leash can always be cut if they prove feral.
Just so. An open hand in the right situation can win so much more than a closed fist.
You may be right.
Ah, but before I leave, the Holy One expressed some concern for you. Have you had any troubles managing the salt as of late?
None at all, naturally.
Splendid.
My lord, a bird from Sorsley End of Hyzant has arrived. He has offered to send us provisions and funds in light of our situation.
A most welcome offer, to be sure, but why would he extend a helping hand to us now? Could he be after something?
Undoubtedly, there are regrettably none so altruistic amongst the Saintly Seven. Seeing as Minister Sorsley has never shown much interest in other nations, I can only surmise this is a ploy to put House Wolford in his debt.
As I suspected. But our people and soldiers need all the help they can get.
This is also a good opportunity to fulfill our promise to Minister Exham.
I assure you, Minister Sorsley won't be the only one with ulterior motives in this exchange. Let us accept his proposal.
Understood. We shall discuss our countermeasures at another time.
The news of Prince Roland's death spreads across the land like wildfire. With his demise, seemingly comes the end of the Kingdom of Glenbrook. But only days later, a proclamation is made that would bind Esfrost and Glenbrook. Bearer of the royal signet and last heir to the throne of Glenbrook, Cordelia is to ascend as queen. And wed Archduke Gustadolf.
Princess Cordelia is to wed the Archduke? What is the meaning of this? Gustadolf is the very one who invaded Glenbrook.
But King Regna is to blame for trying to monopolize the mines.
What does it matter who the princess weds as long as Glenbrook lives on?
It damn well matters to me.
My people, our days of late have been dark and filled with strife. Both Glenbrook and Esfrost have suffered countless losses. And we have lost both of our beloved princes. For that, I offer you my deepest condolences. May they all rest in peace. As you all know, my father was sentenced to death for his role in this tragic event. But how do we come to grips with our sorrow and anger? How do we atone for our mistakes?
Esfrost does not deserve your forgiveness! Do not submit to Gustadolf's will!
Let us recognize our sins as such and move forward. Archduke Gustadolf has magnanimously given us another chance. A chance to see Glenbrook to a fair and free future. As the queen of this kingdom, I, Cordelia of House Glenbrook, do hereby accept the warmth and governance of Esfrost, and swear to do everything in my power to usher in an age of peace with the Archduke.
With all due respect, sir, I do not believe Queen Cordelia to be fit for ruling Glenbrook.
She does not need to be. She is to be our figurehead, a place for the people to focus both their hope and discontent. And while the poor people of Glenbrook stumble in the dark, we shall establish a new government, one based in freedom. Once the people have had a taste of true freedom Esfrost would offer them, there will be no turning back. By the time Cordelia births an heir, both this kingdom and its people will belong solely to Esfrost.
I would be loath to stand upon a political battlefield. It is far more heartless than those of war.
I am simply breathing new life into a kingdom of tired traditions. The people will thank me for it in time.
Father,
brothers. I swear to avenge you.
Prince Roland, have you heard about the address at the capital?
I have.
I won't forgive them for making Her Highness say such horrible things.
Enough, Huet.
But they lied about the king's death. They made it seem like Gustadolf was justified.
I said enough! Griping about it here won't change a thing. Cordelia is fighting her hardest all on her own. My heart breaks more every day I cannot save her.
Forgive me, Your Highness.
We all understand how you feel, Prince Roland.
No, I apologize. I lost control. Thinking about it will do us no good. We must rise to action.
Indeed we must. Everyone knows of your death now. That means we are free to make our next move.
Listen, my friends. Prince Roland of Glenbrook is dead. I am now merely Roland, a warrior who fled a fallen kingdom. I humbly ask for your support until the sun shines upon our royal line once again.
Is that Sir Maxwell's?
That mask. You look just like Sir Maxwell.
This is a secret that shall stay within House Wolford.
Master, grant me the strength to free our home from Esfrost's clutches.
How is he doing? Has he taken the medicine we received from Hyzant?
Aye. He hasn't woken, but I reckon he's breathing easier now.
Thank you. I am glad he has some relief from the pain at last. I wish I could tell Father about our situation now, but...
Lord Serenoa, if your father were awake, I am certain he would praise you for safeguarding Wolford.
Sad to say, the real trouble's only just beginning. I'll be damned if House N's protection comes for free. No doubt the longer we stay, the steeper the price.
Precisely. Minister Sorsley is not an altruistic soul.
If you were in his shoes, what would you do?
I would squeeze us dry, then look for an opportunity to.
But we won't let that happen.
Of course not. Anna is already on the move. It is our duty to protect and guide this house.
This heart ain't changed since the day Lord Simon took me in, lad. I'm ready to put my life on the line for this house. We'll get past this, one way or another. You'll see.
Thank you so much, both of you.
It's Farog. The body of Lord Dragan is...
So my son has finally returned home. I will be there soon. Is something the matter?
I think it better not to look, my lord.
And why is that?
His face. There is no vestige of the handsome lad he once was.
Oh, my son. I understand. You are dismissed. I am so sorry, my boy. Please forgive your pitiful excuse for a father. I will find the one who did this to you. I swear it.
I see. So there is an illicit salt trade held outside the auspices of the Norzelia Consortium.
In this business, you cannot avoid rumors even if you try. They say sneaking under the Consortium's nose is well worth the risk, but I am not so bold.
And who is behind all this?
I wish I could say.
I am not asking you to tell me for free.
How generous of you. It's but a rumor, of course, but they say none other than Minister End in Hyzant is pulling the strings. And some free advice for you, my friend? You'd do well not to get involved.
Why?
I'm afraid that will cost a separate fee. Why, thank you.
Water!
On your feet!
Water, please!
Get back to work! You aren't the only one who's thirsty.
No setbacks, I presume?
None, sir. We are already well ahead of schedule.
Splendid. The ledger, if you would.
Yes, sir.
I would hate for there to be a problem with our numbers. I will hold on to this for now.
Of course, sir.
Water!
Put the poor thing out of its misery, Booker. You must be firm with the Roselle. Show them the slightest mercy, and they'll think they deserve more.
Yes, sir!
Serenoa, do you have a moment? I was hoping to talk to you about our marriage. Now that Glenbrook has been brought to ruin by Esfrost, is there any meaning to our union? My brother may have been planning this from the start. And yet I came to Wolffort with the intent of marrying you, completely unaware of it. It's always like this. Nothing ever goes as I would wish it. The course of my life has always been at the mercy of others.
As has mine. Almost nothing happens the way I thought it would.
But you have a home. Somewhere you can return to someday. You are surrounded by people who care about you.
As do you, as a member of House Wolffort. Your place is with us now.
Serenoa.
And though this may sound pretentious, this is a time for you to think about your future and what you must do, Frederica. Just as I am.
I suppose you are right. What must I do?
Here you are. Master Benedict has been searching for you both.
Understood. Let him know we will return at once. You said we received a delivery from Minister Sorsley.
Yes, mostly food and materials, plus a considerable amount of coin.
That is quite kind of him.
House End is a wealthy one, even by Hyzant's standards. This would barely put a dent in their coffers. We have distributed the resources as needed. We've even managed to restock our reserves.
Wish I could be happy for the help, but I can't say I am.
Agreed. Relying on them comes at a price. They will be looking for recompense.
I believe that to be their true aim.
But this is the path we chose to walk together.
Indeed. And as long as we stay the course, the winds of favor will someday be at our backs.
A missive from Minister Sorsley has arrived.
I see he wastes no time. What absurd request could he possibly have in store for us?
Nothing good, that's for sure.
Yet another problem has arisen, as we anticipated. I would like to ask everyone what they think. Benedict, if you would.
Yes, my lord. We have just received a request from Minister Sorsley. We are to deliver his cargo to Esfrost.
Cargo?
A load of salt that bypasses the consortium.
He is asking us to be an accomplice to his illegal dealings.
It is as Minister Exham suspected. Minister Sorsley truly is abusing his station.
The nerve of him! Asking the Honorable House Wolffort to do such a filthy job. No way we'd agree to that.
But consider this. Agreeing would secure us proof of his unlawful business.
Are you suggesting we report him to Hyzant?
I am saying it is an option.
You got a point. We have a duty to speak up when something's not right. That's the honorable thing to do.
We might even earn the Holy One's trust.
If we rely on Minister Exham, would he speak to the Holy One for us? He tried to expose Sorslay's wrongdoings.
Have you all forgotten? Minister Sorsley is one of Hyzan's Saintly Seven. His connections run far deeper than ours. We must tread carefully.
Then we need solid evidence to convict him. I should think the salt he wishes us to transport would suffice. But we are the only ones that know it. And it is indistinguishable from the salt that is legally distributed. Far from the solid evidence we need.
Regrettably so.
One false move and we lose both Minister Sorslay's support and Hyzan's trust. Without proof, we have no choice but to go to Esfrost.
If only we had evidence of his misdeeds.
It comes as no surprise to see our opinions differ, but a decision must be made. To report Minister Sorslay's illegal dealings to Hyzant, or become a silent accomplice. Bring the scales. It is time to make our choice.
Sarah Noah says, we managed to survive the battle, but the situation grows ever more complex. The decision before us now will greatly sway the course of our future. I must be firm in my convictions. Alright, let's see. Let's report this shit.
Sarah Noah.
Roland says, we have nothing to prove Minister Sorslay's dealings illegal, nor would I want to put our relationship with the Holy State at stake. Right now we need allies more than ever, leaving us no choice but to do Minister Sorslay's bidding. Let's see. I say we're gonna report it. Roland says, I loathe the mere thought of being party to these crimes, but spouting off baseless accusations will avail us nothing. I'll just say House End aims to make us their pawn. If we give them an inch, they'll take a mile. Roland says, I know that I do, but our options are less than few. Damn it, if only we had proof. You look as though you have more to say, my friend. You needn't hold back. You can be honest with me. I'm gonna say, salt is the financial foundation of the Holy State. If we expose Minister's crimes, we can easily gain the Holy One's trust.
A fair point.
Roland says, I see, so you refuse to give up hope, even though we haven't a shred of evidence in our hands. But you're right, such fraudulent dealings in salt would prove to be a grave problem in Hyzant. Perhaps we should appeal to the Hierophant rather than House End. Bringing Minister Sorslay's crimes to light won't be easy, nor is it without danger. Even so, it is a path worth considering. We can leave him alone. Travel to Hyzant and report. So he's fine too.
Lord Saranoa.
Anna says, transporting illicit salt or reporting Minister Sorsley. Poor options both. I wish we had the option of taking neither path. I leave the decision in your hands. And I say we should report it. Anna says, you believe it better to venture to Hyzant and disclose Minister Sorslay's wrongdoings. Might I ask why? Let's see. Yeah, I like this one. We may not have evidence, but the fact that we have been asked to traffic illicit salt remains unchanged. If we speak to the other saints, we may yet find ourselves an ally.
Yes.
Anna says, you speak of your acquaintances, Minister Exarm and Minister Lila, I assume. But even with their backing, we're unlikely to win the Hierophant's trust without evidence. I know the decision is not an easy one, but I truly think it is in our best interest to go to Hyzant. The concierge says, are you heading out, my lord? I say yes. Might as well see if there's some items we can pick up. The soldier says it was no easy feat ferrying the provisions. It just goes to show how deep their pockets are. I never thought their generosity would extend beyond Hyzant, though to say I am impressed would be an understatement. Serenoa says the Saintly Seven are highly revered in the Holy State. Claims of any illicit dealings would no doubt be met with skepticism. This soldier says I'm happy that the provisions are being met with joy by the people. Is there anything you would like me to relay in return? I'm just gonna say, before that, there's something I want to know. What do you think of Minister Sorsley? He is one of the Saintly Seven, and a greater liege than I deserve. I think his benevolent character should be apparent after all the aid he has bestowed. He is a man committed to righteousness, and will not tolerate any semblance of injustice or betrayal. You are the same, are you not, Lord Serenoa? Serenoa says, but of course. A warning, no doubt. Perhaps Minister Sorsley is not so generous as others make him out to be after all. Okay. And the kid says, one of the soldiers told me that you're the reason we have food. Thank you so much. The townsperson says, I owe you a debt of gratitude for these provisions. Looks like we'll be able to push on for a little while longer. The merchant says, how can I be of service today? And let's get rid of... ranged ice stone. Oof. I don't have a lot of other things I can sell, but I don't need that much money either. Got some timber and a quality stone, and the cat says meow. Motherfucker. Oh yay. The soldier says Sir Maxwell joined our army the moment we got news of Prince Roland's death. The timing is too convenient. I can't help but feel there's something going on here. I just say, this is proof of his resolve, one which I will support with all my might. The soldier says, understood, sir. He is doing this for the sake of Wolfort and Glenbrook both then. I admire his resolve and will continue to serve as dutifully as always. All the other soldiers feel the same. You needn't worry about a thing, Lord Serenoa. Serenoa says, thank you. I couldn't have gotten this far without all of you. The townsperson says I may be able to procure goods and reopen my shop sooner than I thought, thanks to Hyzant's provisions. The child says, my mom says it's thanks to you we can eat, so thanks. The townsperson says my child would often go to bed with an empty stomach and tearful eyes, but no longer. You have no idea how grateful I am for that. Got some oak. This one says, I'm grateful for the provisions, but I can't imagine anyone giving so much without wanting something in return. You know it. Ooh, a red anklet. Sounds fancy. Increases strength and magic for 3 turns when you defeat an enemy. That's pretty cool. Wow, I have 10 people that are fully stocked with accessories. That's pretty nice. That's fine for now, I guess. I wonder if Roland got promoted. No, I doubt it. His stats look pretty low. Anyhow, I think I've done everything I can do out here for the moment being. Huguette just follows what Prince Roland has said and thinks we should take it to S. Frost, and I disagree. Huguette says, why are you opposed to going there? I'm gonna say if we have no evidence, we need only find it. We should not let a lack of proof spur us into compliance. Huguette says, I wouldn't want to be an accomplice if I didn't have to, but I doubt it'll be so easy to find evidence on someone like Minister Sorcelet. Even the cargo we were given was sent via completely legal means. Unless you have a lead, I don't think finding proof is a viable option. Can we speak for a little longer?
Then?
She says, certainly. If there's anything you wish to say, I'm all ears. I'm gonna say, I wish to expose Minister Sorcelet, not just to keep our hands clean, but to gain the Holy One's support by show of good faith. Huguette says, I see, you want to use this as a means of getting closer to those in power. If all goes well, we may even get the aid we need without stooping to House N's crimes. We risk a lot by doing it, but stand to gain much more. I haven't made up my mind, but I'm glad we were able to talk.
What do you need?
Gila says, the Saintly Seven have tremendous power in Hyzant, and Minister Sorcelet is no exception. Reporting his crimes comes with no small measure of danger. We must make our decision carefully. I say, let's report it. She says, it's a difficult decision, but I think it's our best interest to take the salt to S-Frost. I say, what Minister Sorcelet is doing is illegal, that much is certain. Though we may not have proof, justice is on our side.
I wonder about that.
Gila says, pray do not underestimate the power and influence of the Saintly Seven. There are none who would listen to us without evidence. In Hyzant, the Saintly Seven are the law. Our justice wouldn't stand a chance. Serenoa says, Gila, you know more about the Holy State than the rest of us. I would speak to you on the matter a little longer, if you don't mind. Gila says, but of course, why are you so determined to expose Minister Sorcelet? I'm gonna say Minister Exarm stands opposed to Minister Sorcelet. He would no doubt help us if we asked.
Yes, I see.
Gila says if we had Minister Exarm's support, our chances of success would improve dramatically. It would regrettably drag us into Hyzant's political strife, but we should be able to use that opposition to our advantage. There's still time until voting commences. Until then, I hope you'll reconsider where your token will fall, says Serenoa. Alright, so I think we have done what we can do. Let's commence the voting.
It is time to cast our votes. Do we follow Sorcelet's orders and smuggle salt across our borders, or do we take another path? Approach the scales of conviction with your token at the ready.
You've convinced me.
Roland says you changed my mind. We cannot stoop to supporting these wrongdoings. Yeah. They basically all just say the same stuff over and over again.
The way forward is decided. We march to Hyzant and expose the minister's illicit dealings. We have chosen our path. We shall head to Hyzant and alert them of Minister Sorcelet's wrongdoings.
Now that we have a heading, we need only move forward. Let us make haste.
Indeed. No matter how perilous the road ahead may be, we must not falter.
Anna, begin the preparations.
Yes, sir.
In exchange for his aid, Sorsley orders House Wolford to transport his illicit salt. Serenoa, however, intends to bring word of the minister's crimes to the holy state of Hyzant. In order to succeed, he must delve deep into the nation's internal affairs while avoiding Sorsley's notice.
So you've decided to accept my proposal. A wise decision, Lord Serenoa.
As you have requested, none shall know of the salt's
But you are still too young for true wisdom, it seems.
Huh? He means, let us not speak of the obvious, my lord. It's prudent to speak as little as possible to prevent any unnecessary complications. One never knows who might be listening.
Fortune favored you with a capable retainer.
I beg your pardon, Minister, but I must entreat you to recall the aid you offered in exchange for ours.
I give you my word it shall be done. Booker, I'll leave the rest of the arrangements to you.
Yes, Minister. If you all will follow me into the antechamber, we may discuss the details further.
The sun's a harsh mistress, ain't she? If she sticks around much longer, my fields are apt to wither from the attention. I'd give my firstborn for a drop of rain.
Aye. And it ain't just the crops what are worse for wear. I'd cry over our lot, but not but dust would pour from my eyes.
How pitiless, the caprices of nature. What grudge do the heavens bear to make the poor souls who tend the land suffer so? I would be remiss to let such suffering continue. If fate will show you no mercy, then I shall. You begged for even a single drop of rain. I shall give you more. Behold as I flood this desiccated land with nourishment.
Huh? What's that the lady said? I believe she means to pull rain from a cloudless sky.
Ha! I'd have more luck getting milk from a bull.
You must tell me if you do. We're in sore need of a miracle.
A pleasure as always to see you, Lord. You've come just in time. This lass is about to put on a show.
I am called Azana. Allow me to banish the sun's cruel rays from your domain, that your people may see a measure of succor.
Banish the sun? I wasn't aware it was in the habit of taking orders.
Will slap my ass like I was just born. Rain! Honest to goodness, rain!
How did... I've never witnessed a miracle like this.
Zana, was it? On behalf of my people, allow me to express to you my deepest gratitude.
There is no need for such formalities. I seek only to alleviate the suffering of the downtrodden in any way I can. If it is not too bold in me to ask, do you have need of a humble shaman within your ranks? Tales of House Wolford's magnanimity have reached even my remote village. It would be an honor to serve you, my lord.
We would welcome you with open arms, and the honor would be entirely ours. Doubtless, we will have occasion to call upon your talents sooner rather than later.
What? Who would dare send an army to test our borders?
They are soldiers of House End, by all appearances.
Sorcery, you go too far too often of late.
Perhaps this means the rumors are true, Minister Cancel.
There is still nothing to conclusively prove End's involvement in illicit salt trading.
Which is why you must investigate. You are Hyzan's Minister of Domestic Affairs, are you not? The illicit salt market grows larger by the day, strangling our own trade.
Against one of the Saintly Seven, I can do nothing without the Hierophant's express permission.
Perhaps you cannot. But is there not another with plans already in motion?
Exham, you mean? Even so, I am not at liberty to act on naught more than a whim. I must prioritize our land's stability above all else.
So, I am queen. What should I do?
You should listen to the Archduke and obey.
Is that all the Archduke wants? An obedient wife? And here I thought the Esfrosti valued freedom.
So long as you must look to others, you do not deserve freedom. Freedom is a privilege, and only those with the strength to see their will realized are deserving of it. It is not given, it is taken. And it is not often taken easily. This I know.
I see. Thank you.
Next time you think to ask that question, answer it yourself.
Brother, Father, look over me until I find the strength I require.
What is Gustadolf thinking to marry a sniveling brat? No glory is worth her dismal company.
It is unacceptable. He should have let me deal with those obstinate boors in Glenbrook.
You've made a bargain with Minister Sorsley?
The appearance of one in any case. But we mustn't grow complacent.
Aye. One of his men wouldn't stop glowering at Benedict.
He may yet suspect our true motives. Nevertheless...
We shan't stray from the course we've decided upon, if that's what worries you. Tell them, Benedict.
Minister Sorsley has asked us to deliver unregulated salt to Esfrost by means of a secret route. We shall make it appear as though we are bound for the Grand Duchy, but in truth, we shall divert from the route and make for the capital of Hyzant.
I've already scouted the way, a shortcut through the ravine. Then you intend to use the illicit goods to prove Minister Sorslay's crimes to the Hierophant.
But will a little salt be enough to land one of the Saintly Seven in the dungeons? After all, he's influential and well-connected enough to have weathered unsavory accusations for years. If we don't present our case perfectly, we're apt to be the ones clapped in chains, not the other way around.
We only need get to the capital for our plan to succeed. The Saintly Seven may pretend they stand united, but there are cracks in that facade. If we but exert the right leverage, Sorsley will fall.
True. There are those who mistrust him. Minister Exham, for example.
Indeed. Now then, we shall depart come midnight.
As you command.
Eridor.
Right you are. Quiet as a mouse I'll be.
Serenoa and his retinue depart the Citadel of the Sands under the cover of night and make their way to the Hyzantian capital. They press onward through the moonless dark, guided by naught but the faintly flickering light of hope.
House Wolford means to betray me, you say? What leads you to believe this?
A chance sighting one of my vassals had of a suspicious woman, apparently poking around the path to the capital. From her description, there's no doubt she was none other than Anna of House Wolfort. The woman who serves, incidentally, at Benedict's right hand.
She is his creature. I see. Then they mean to bring evidence against me.
The danger is too great to be ignored, Minister.
Indeed. I trust you will take care of it before it becomes a problem.
Of course. I've sent soldiers that way already, and I shall join them shortly.
Good. We haven't been followed.
No cause to relax just yet, milady. The moment you drop your guard is the moment the enemy's apt to strike. Ain't it, Benedict?
Indeed. This is where I would position soldiers for an ambush, were I to set a trap for us.
Aye. A hunter would have the upper hand here.
Let us scout the area to be safe.
Serenoa says I should see how the others fare and ensure we've not been too conspicuous. Free shit. Frederica says, I pray we are not attacked for trying to bring injustice to light, but should it come to that, so be it. I will not back down. We have no choice but to report such a naked abuse of power. Roland says, who would have thought one of the Saintly Seven would be so bold as to illegally distribute salt? I'm sure Sorsley has been meticulous about hiding his misdeeds. He'll no doubt be equally observant of us. Benedict says, Sorsley will not hesitate to shed our blood if he finds out we're moving against him. It is fortunate that everyone is ready for battle, for I sense one will find us soon enough. Huguette says, it takes a true veteran like Eridor to see the signs of an ambush lying in wait. I am well impressed. Though I lack his experience, I swear to you that Prince Roland shall not fall under my watch. Got some money, honey. Anna says, if the enemy has set a trap for us, it may have been my survey of alternate routes that alerted them to our presence. I felt eyes on me multiple times. I pray they were not the enemies. Let's see. I say any trap House End sets is a good opportunity to secure a witness to their crimes. Anna says, you speak the truth. I should have thought of that myself. We must not let him escape should it come to pass. Can I count on you, Anna? Anna says, you have my word. Her sexy word. Your dad's a sexy word. Gila says, indeed, it is as Eridor says, the enemy is apt to strike when we drop our guard. Spoken like a true survivor of the Salt Iron War. Do not fear for me, Lord Serenoa. I shall do my part when we reach Hyzant. She can suckle my fuckles. Shiny doodads. I could have swore I saw one. Yeah. Yes, there that is. My sweet, delicious cookie cake. Alright. Eridor says, sneaking around doesn't suit me if I'm honest. I'd much rather fight them. But worry not, I'll keep you safe even if they try to ambush us. I just say, if House End attacks, they would hand us the chance to secure a witness to their crimes. Eridor says, and I'm guessing it's best if we capture this witness alive. I've trouble gauging my own strength? Yeah, gauging. You needn't remind me, Eridor, says Serenoa, but I beg you to try for the sake of House Wolfort. Eridor says anything for the house. I'll just leave a couple bruises on him. Is there any more shiny shit? Daddy needs to know. He likes free stuff. I think we've searched far enough, honestly. Serenoa says I should gather the others. Perhaps they've found something by now. Alright, I'm gonna call this an episode and do some offline grinding, and we will see you a little later.